Ted Cruz decided to flex some muscle for the far right and get them excited for when he likely runs for president. So he released a statement responding to the Supreme Court's decision to not hear certain gay marriage cases. And as a direct result of them not hearing the cases, now 10 minimum more states are going to allow gay marriage. Okay, so it's definitely a huge step in the right direction for gay rights. I actually wish that the Supreme Court took one or many of the cases and then ruled in favor of saying all 50 states need to allow gay marriage. They didn't do that. But this is still a step in the right direction because overnight, boom, at least 10 more states are allowing gay marriage. Here's what Ted Cruz said about it. Quote, "When Congress returns to session," should I do it in the Ted Cruz voice? I think I'm going to do it in the Ted Cruz voice. "When Congress returns to session, I will be introducing a constitutional amendment to prevent the federal government or the courts from attacking or striking down state marriage laws. Traditional marriage is an institution whose integrity and vitality are critical to the health of any society. We should remain faithful to our moral heritage and never hesitate to defend it. The court is making the preposterous assumption that the people of the United States somehow silently redefined marriage in 1868 when they ratified the 14th Amendment. Nothing in the text, logic, structure, or original understanding of the 14th Amendment or any other constitutional provision authorizes judges to redefine marriage for the nation. It is for the elected representatives of the people to make the laws of marriage, acting on the basis of their own constitutional authority and protecting it, if necessary, from usurpation by the courts." Okay. I was even annoying myself as I used Ted Cruz's voice. The only thing more annoying than my impression of Ted Cruz's voice is Ted Cruz's voice. Now, here's why I absolutely love this story. He's having a George Wallace moment right now. George Wallace, of course, was the governor of Alabama, and he fought tooth and nail to stop desegregation, to the point where he stood on the schoolhouse steps in front of the schoolhouse door, and the federal agents had to come and say, "Step aside, we have to allow some black people in." And of course, the black people needed the National Guard to be protected. But George Wallace was standing up for the vicious, racist white people who were like, "No, we segregation now, segregation forever." That's one of the things they actually said, and they actually believed. So this was a guy who thought he was standing up for principle and virtuosity and what is just and right. Meanwhile, historically, it's the exact opposite. Everybody in today's day and age looks back and goes, "Ooh, God, you were stupid and way off on that one." But now, Ted Cruz is doing the same thing. In fact, there was an article earlier today in Mediaite where Republicans said our strategy is to let the courts decide gay marriage. However, we really don't give a shit how it comes out, to be honest, because we're just corrupt and all we care about is Wall Street and money. So social issues, we use them to get elected, but we don't give a fuck. So they're like, let's let the courts settle gay marriage, and we just keep our mouth shut because this is a political loser for us. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you multiple things. It tells you that my strategy that I'm screaming at the Democrats to do, which is, why are you not proposing bills to legalize gay marriage federally every day? You're going to win politically if you do that. 59% of the American people are with you when you paint the Republicans as extreme and bigoted if you do that. So that shows that they're scared of the Democrats doing my strategy. Rightfully so, because the Democrats can win elections off of that. But it also shows you Ted Cruz is a blithering idiot. Okay, there are some people who think he's politically smart and savvy. Wrong! He's not politically smart and savvy. He's confident, he's arrogant, but people misconstrue that in his case with being some strong politically. No, the problem with Ted Cruz is that his positions are so extreme that even though people usually respond well to confidence and they say, I like that person, he can't pull it off because his positions are just too extreme. He shut down the government because, what, the 50th attempt to repeal Obamacare didn't get through? You wanted the President of the United States to sign away his signature accomplishment? And he shut down the government over that. He shut down the government. And he went rogue because people in his party, the leaders of his party said, John Boehner, Mitch McConnell said, don't do it. Don't do it. We don't want you to do it. Fuck, he did it. He fucking did it. Look at this guy. And now he's doing the same thing on gay marriage. He thinks he's being virtuous and he's going to win in the long run. Like, we'll look back 50 years from now and say, oh, Ted Cruz, the brave guy who stood up against gay marriage in the U.S. Wrong! It's the George Wallace moment. We're going to look at you and go, you fucking idiot. You couldn't give people equal rights. You're that upset about people getting the same rights under law? This is the same way that we all look at George Wallace now. Say, you fucking moron. You don't want black people under the same roof in the same building because what, you're going to get cooties? What's going to happen? What are you talking about? This is about equality. This is about treating people normal with respect. You are not the virtuous one. You are not the just one. You are the blithering idiot with a horrendous miscalculation and no ability to project out into the future and look back as to how you're going to be viewed today.